why we're here, right?
I've checked the perimeter. The coast is all clear.
All right, then it's time. Time to shop for the latest fashions at Chioria Boutique. Huh. Don't you think something sounds a little off about that line?
Yeah, this is Chioria Boutique that we're talking about. I feel like we need something that sounds, I don't know, a little more extravagant, maybe?
We'll have to talk about it later. The lights have been turned on and the audience is already here. The program is starting.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.3 special program. Yay!
Hi!
As you can see, our show is sponsored by Chioria Boutique, one of the leading fashion houses in Fontaine. But before we go any further, let's take a moment to watch the version 4.3 trailer.
Camera operator, that can be a pretty technical job. Are you really up to it? Wait, you put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't in the shots. Positions, everyone!
Nice to meet you. I am Navia, the President, Leader, Commander-in-Chief, Executive Director, and Boss of Spina di Rosula. Hey there! Yeah! Ha! Umbrella warfare, I guess. Fire!
All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready.
Whoa, Verina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Props and lighting set the scene. Actors can get their makeup done. Extras, go over your positions. Camera ready, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. Lights, camera, action.
Enough, villain! Pay for the death of our mother!
You're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
Your crimes are evident. Drop your weapons. Justice will prevail.
Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. We'll move on to the next scene.
You mean...
Did you really think you'd get away?
Chevras?
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Eccoci a Bros. Questo è il primo codice, mi raccomando, 24 ore, riscattato appena possibile. Comunque mi è piaciuto il trailer, si basa tutto sulle scene cinematiche. È bellissimo!
3 special program, everyone.
Vediamo.
I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of Lumine, and today I'm joined by...
Hey everybody, I'm Brenna Larson, the voice of Navia, President of the Spina di Rosula.
And I'm Erica Lindbeck,
Vediamo
the voice
cosa
of
ci aspetta,
Chevras.
quindi.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first time we've had you 2 on the special program.
So excited.
It's so great. Okay, so actually, we have a tradition on the program where we all get to sing everyone a little song.
Grazie.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay, nice try. I've seen the special programs before.
You don't want to sing a song? We can sing a, like, a
I
little
love
song
singing,
about
listen.
Genshin. You know? Genshin Impact. No, okay.
Ooh.
Back to business. Okay, like we mentioned before, this program is sponsored by the Chioria Boutique. So while we're sharing content from version 4.3, I also wanted to get some inspiration for shooting commercials for the boutique.
We don't want to let our client down.
Yeah, and speaking of new content, we can't have a new version without introducing some new characters. As you already saw in the trailer, Navia and Chevras will be our new
Chevras.
playable characters.
Chevras.
Yay! I'm sure many of our viewers are already familiar with Navia after seeing her throughout Fontaine's Archon quest. But who is Chevras?
Who indeed? Other Fontaine characters have already mentioned Chevras before in their voice lines, but Chevras will finally be making an official appearance in version 4.3.
I'm so
E
excited!
lei è di Pyro.
Oh, by the way,
Pyro,
what do
lei.
you think of letting one of our characters from the new version take the lead role in our commercial?
Oh, well, I mean, if we're shooting a video for Chioria Boutique, then I think Navia would be an obvious choice. After all, Navia's clothing was designed by Chiori herself.
Wait, Erica, that was actually a really natural sounding product placement for Chioria Boutique. You're amazing at this.
I know it sounds like product placement, but Chiori really was the designer who created Navia's outfit. Next, let's have a look at her fashion show.
Ooh, and by fashion show, we mean her character showcase.
Ok, vediamo.
I always say that blind optimism isn't the answer. If you want a bright future, you have to go out and seize it with your own two hands. This one's got your name on it.
E poi questo sarebbe
Proper
la
send-off from the Spina with love.
Personality, she clearly pays a lot of attention to the small details.
Erica, I love how seriously you're taking the sponsorship. It's really great.
Important.
While we're on this topic, though, Navia's parasol seems pretty interesting. On the outside, it looks like a delicate accessory used to block out the sun, but on the inside, there's actually a secret firearm that can be used to ward off enemies at a moment's notice. It's elegant and fierce all at once. Just like Navia herself.
Exactly. Even when it comes to her enemies, Navia is not the type to eschew basic etiquette, so she prefers to maintain appropriate distance while in combat. While using her elemental skill, Navia opens her gunbrella and fires multiple Rosula shard shots that can pass through opponents, dealing geo damage upon a successful strike.
Ooh.
For a period of time after using her elemental skill, Navia's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will deal increased damage and become infused with the power of Geo, which cannot be overridden.
Now, when Navia's in combat, there are these little markings around her that look like bullets. I wonder if that's some sort of ammo for the gunbrella?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you guessed it. When a character in the party obtains an elemental shard created from the crystallized reaction, Navia will gain crystal shrapnel charges. Navia will consume these charges after unleashing her elemental skill. Her skill damage increases with the number of charges that she's accumulated.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that Navia's elemental skill becomes more powerful if she works together with other characters in the party to trigger the crystallized reaction.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great.
Navia's elemental burst calls forth the Rosula Dorata Salute, which unleashes a massive bombardment on opponents in front of her, periodically dealing geo elemental damage. I should also mention that Navia will accumulate crystal shrapnel charges at certain intervals if she strikes enemies with the Rosula Dorata Salute.
Ooh, now that salute is spectacular. That's awesome.
I heard that the Spina di Rosula likes to perform firearm salutes before important negotiations. You know, as a way to celebrate future success. And don't misunderstand, you guys, it's not an intimidation tactic at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's just the Spina's way of showing respect in their own way.
Yeah, totally.
Not intimidating at all.
No.
As
magari
the president of the Spina di
abbassando anche un
Rosula,
po'
Navia is
il volume
always
del
trying to
video,
collect the latest
così
intel by
si sente anche la
exploring
mia
all
voce.
corners of Fontaine. When Navia is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition in Fontaine, rewards gained will be increased.
Okay, so we just mentioned that Navia is the
Non
president
è
of the Spina di
male,
Rosula.
Posso dire che la
So, I think
presentazione
we
di
should bring
Navia
up
non è
Spina's
male.
contributions to averting
Cioè,
Fontaine's
è un
prophesized
ito alla
crisis.
fine al
I mean,
femminile,
it was
però.
all thanks to
Però mi
Navia's leadership.
piace
Exactly.
come l'hanno strutturata.
Some
Non
people even
pensavo
lost
fosse
their lives
così,
during
ma
that
l'hanno
disaster.
strutturata bene.
I'm certain that those events weighed
Sì,
heavily
sì.
on Navia, but she
Non
remained
dispiace,
tough
Navia.
and committed to leading the
Un buon
Spina.
geo, secondo me.
Yeah, and while we're on the
Per
topic
chi è
of Fontaine's
interessato,
crisis,
vale
though the prophesized
assolutamente la
dangers
pena.
are over, the town is probably still busy rebuilding everything, right? I bet Navia's gonna be occupied with that for a long time.
Oh, definitely. That's something that travelers will be able to see for themselves. Navia's story quests, the Rosa Multiflora chapter, will become available in version 4.3. The Spina will be working diligently to rebuild Poisson, though repairing the houses will be
infatti io
straightforward.
penso che
The
Navia sia
emotional
un
distress
DPS,
may be much more difficult to
Poi
adjust.
Jongli è più
If you're
supporto,
curious about
quindi
how Navia and
già
her crew are
parliamo
going to
di due
proceed,
personaggi
then be sure to
diversi.
check it out.
First off, Chevreuse is the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance
Ci
Patrol.
spiega chi è.
It's a Fontanian organization that handles all sorts of difficult cases and dangerous criminals.
Una cazzuta.
For a law-abiding citizen, there's no need to worry. Chevreuse is actually really easy to get along with outside of work.
Bosses.
C'ha sempre un fisichino, però magna le cose.
Final
dritte.
warning.
Ma la lancia? Ah,
Hands where I can see them.
ho sembrato di vedere la lancia, tipo.
What? That was so fire. And I am not just talking about her skills.
Oh my gosh, look at her idol animation. I love that she loves snacks.
Venire
That is
fame.
so awesome.
She's a girl's girl, and she gets it.
She gets it. She really does. She's not exactly what you'd expect from the captain of the special patrol, though, right?
I guess that's kind of true. I mean, Chevreuse's work as a captain can be really stressful. I mean, I can't blame the girl for indulging every once in a while to relieve some stress. She even adjusts her training regimen to make up for her snacking habits. In fact, she trains more than any other member of the Special Patrol. Her platoon really admires her for that.
Wow. Okay, she's got some willpower. That
Ed
is
è una
awesome.
4
She's
stelle
really admirable.
lei, comunque.
The Special Patrol prioritizes combat
Quindi
ability
sarà
above
nel
all
banner,
else, so the
però
organization
se
often
uno
attracts
cerca i
some
5
eccentric
stelle
personalities.
Okay.
la troveremo.
The
Non
Special
so se
Patrol
nella
used to
prima o
have
seconda
problems with
fase. Questo è
insubordination,
da
but
vedere
ever since
dopo.
Chevreuse took control, everyone has fallen into line, which does not surprise me at all. She commands respect among her peers, and she's a formidable fighter, and she leads by example. Though she demands excellence from her platoon, she holds herself to even higher standards. She always tries to be an example for others to follow, whether it's investigating cases or in marksmanship practice.
And it looks like a lot of her skills involve using a musket. She must be a pretty good shot.
For sure. Chevreuse and her musket are basically partners in
Alla
crime.
lancia.
They're inseparable. She definitely knows her way around a firearm. Chevreuse uses her musket to fire at opponents during her elemental skill. For a period of time after unleashing her elemental skill, Chevreuse will continuously restore HP to the active character on the field.
Poi c'è anche
During her
questo
elemental
discorso
burst,
sempre che
Chevreuse
recuperano
fires
i
an
PS,
explosive grenade
no?
with her
Cioè,
musket,
a Fonte
which will
sono
split
tutti
into
così.
secondary explosive shells upon impact. Haha, impact.
Whoa. Wait, I noticed that Chevreuse has bullet-like markings around her during combat. Can she shoot a special type of ammo?
That's right. Chevreuse obtains an overcharged ball when a nearby party member triggers the overloaded reaction. Holding Chevreuse's elemental skill will consume this special ammo to unleash an even more powerful pyro attack that covers a larger AoE. This attack will also grant an attack buff to all pyro and electro characters in the party.
Okay, so that's where the name Overcharged Ball comes from.
Chevreuse actually came up with the name herself.
Oh.
She was reading a novel where the protagonist believed that names held a lot of power. If you give something a cool-sounding name, then you've given yourself an advantage over your enemies. That kind of logic resonated with her, I guess.
Oh, well, I guess she has a point.
Poi è
I
bella
should
questa
also
cosa
mention what
della
happens if Chevreuse is paired with
doppiarma, no?
all
Un po'
pyro and
come
electro
Child,
characters. If your
che ha
party
sia
contains at least
l'arco
one character of
che
either
i
type,
pugnalini.
then triggering the overload
Lei ha la
reaction will
lancia
cause an
e poi
opponent's pyro
prende la
and
mira
electro
con il
resistances
fucile,
to
come se
decrease.
avessimo tipo
Okay,
l'arco, no?
so it seems like
Maybe it does. In all seriousness, though, that's why Chevreuse trains so sprinting is
inferiore.
decreased.
Ah, ok.
Oh, I love that.
Quindi almeno
These two
su
new characters
questo
are great.
vai
Both
a
of them would be
risparmiare sul
great leads in our
vigore, cioè nel
commercial.
senso ne
Oh,
consuma
no, it's so
meno
hard
se
to
ce l'hai in
choose.
squadra. Questa
I
è carina.
know. The candidate pool for the lead role of our commercial is about to get even bigger.
Oh, no.
Carina anche questa, no?
In the first half of version 4.3, travelers can look
la
forward
prima
to event
metà,
wishes will also be featured in the
bella.
weapon event wish.
In the second half of version 4.3,
Nella
we'll have
seconda
returning
fase
event
c'è
wishes
Chevreuse.
from the Raiden Shogun and Yoimiya. During this time, Chevreuse will also receive a huge...
two new artifact sets in version 1.
Nuovi
Be sure to keep
sussurri-
an eye
ah,
on
ok,
future
quindi ci
announcements to
sarà un
learn more
nuovo
about
pezzo di
them.
mappa.
This seems like the
Nuovi
perfect time for
manufatti,
our
mi
first
sa
break.
che
We've shared a ton
espanderanno
of
anche la
information
mappa a
so
sto
far, and
punto.
I bet travelers could
Per
use some
mettere anche
time
nuovi
to
domini,
digest it all.
nuovi
You're
boss.
right.
Ora
For
vi
sure.
Definitely.
Let's take a break while we take a look at the second group of redemption codes. The version 4.3 special program is brought to you by Chioria Boutique and will return shortly.
Ed ecco il secondo codice, mi raccomando, riscattatelo. Ora andiamo a vedere gli eventi.
Do you have any ideas?
Gli eventi e le altre novità che
If we're making
mancano.
a commercial for Chioria Boutique,
Te
then
che
how
parti
about
ne
we
vedrai?
include some
Ok.
event footage of Chiori?
Eccolo qua.
Yay!
Chiori is actually going to appear in the event for version 4.3.
What?
Shiori.
Well, the travelers have been able to see
Shiori
her
cosa
store in the
sarà?
court
È
of
la
Fontaine.
nuova...
We'll finally
cos'è?
get to meet her in
Sarà il
person.
nuovo...
Yes, I
nuovo
know.
pezzo, no?
Travelers can also look
Ayaka
forward to
Ayato
meeting Ayaka
Fontaine.
and Ayato in Fontaine.
Grandi.
Chiori suggested that they should stop by, so here they are.
Bene, bene, sono
Hey, this is
contenta.
actually the perfect time for a word from our sponsor.
Ci sta, ci
An
sta.
Inazuma-born fashion icon, Chiori! Chioria Boutique is your one-stop shop for the latest and most influential fashion in Fontaine.
That is right. Chiori is acquainted with the
Vedremo
Kamisato
loro.
siblings because to Xavier and recommended that they make the trip to Fontaine for the Fontanalia Film
Cinefestival.
Festival.
Bello.
So exciting!
Figo.
Will you tell us more about the Fontanalia Film Festival?
Oh, the Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights. According to the myths, they went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archon Egeria to Fontaine.
It's one of the most important festivals in Fontaine, like what the Windbloom Festival is to Mondstadt and Lantern Rite is to Liyue.
Ah,
Ok.
so exciting!
Quindi sarà un festival
The
simile.
Fontaine Film Association
Okay.
proposed the Fontanalia Film Festival earlier this year. And during this time, the public may submit films for evaluation. The entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
Well, we can see Farina working with Ayaka and the others here. So wait, does this mean that there's a chance that Farina might win the Farina Award? Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to leave you in suspense. If travelers are curious about what Ayaka and the others are doing in Fontaine, or how Farina fared, you'll just have to play the event when the new version becomes available.
So we know that several friends from Inazuma will be in Fontaine for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but travelers have so much more to be excited about. Travelers will also have the opportunity to participate in a variety of activity booths during the festival. Each one will have a different theme.
Ooh.
So cool. The first activity booth is the 1000-pace interdiction arc minute sharpshooting zone. In this activity, travelers will use the special security and surveillance patrol simulation device to practice targeting
Poverino.
and shooting opponents.
Così.
Yep.
Alla
The
Call of
Special Patrol
Duty.
wanted the public to experience how
Pizzica.
fun target practice can be.
And the second activity booth is called Trick Shots Tricky Lights. In this activity, travelers will use the
quindi
studio's special
combattimento.
lighting effects to film a fight scene. Take
la
advantage of the
cinepresa.
buffs brought about by the special lighting effects to defeat an
Figata.
endless stream of opponents and obtain a higher score.
So cool. Those special lighting effects are really giving off old movie vibes. Navia's movements are also super
Bello il
smooth.
tripudio di
It's all
Navia,
so
eh.
atmospheric.
Mi piace.
Oh, for sure.
Non è male.
But not everyone is enjoying the fun and games. Travelers will meet a contract employee at the third activity booth. She needs some help with her demanding client. During the activity Extreme Drive, travelers will help her test out stabilization mecha balls.
Cos'è sta roba?
Look at how the traveler chases after those stabilization mecha balls. Okay, I bet that contract employee can relate since she's being chased down by that client.
Totally.
Stabilization mecha balls seem pretty
Questo non l'ho
ordinary, but they're
capito.
actually very end up in your area, the more points you earn.
Quindi bisogna prendere
fourth
queste
activity
sfere
booth is
e
called
spingerle
Into the
in
Frame.
quell'area
In
dove,
this activity,
dove è
travelers will
colorata
get to
per
shoot
fare
their own
punteggio.
scenes by
Ok.
experimenting with different camera positions and narration techniques.
Cool, we get to make a movie. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Proprio un vero e
Travelers
proprio
might remember
film.
helping out Xavier with some filmmaking back in Inazuma, but this seems more professional. Wait, maybe this can be the inspiration for our commercial.
Oh.
Now that I think about
Ma
it,
dobbiamo
a
farlo
Fontanian
noi?
man went to Inazuma to shoot a film.
Tutta
I guess
questa
international
ripresa?
travel can be a source of artistic inspiration. That must have also been true in Chiori's case, since she opened Chioria's boutique in Fontaine.
Ooh, that could be a strong theme for our commercial. Actually, Ayaka and Ayato aren't the only Inazumans traveling abroad in version 4.3. Kuki Shinobu just arrived in
Credo di
Liyue
sì,
for her class
perché ti dà
reunion.
anche il
Yeah,
punteggio.
and
quindi.
Ito decided to tag along as the boss of the
Arataki.
Arataki gang.
Ito.
And he brought his Onikabuto with him. I think he plans to train his beetles for battle.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp. That name is definitely very Ito.
Right, for sure. And there was also a beetle battle event in version 3.4, right? Beetle battles against a super powerful beetle battler. I believe his name was Grandmaster Hanakado?
Yep. Grandmaster Hanakado made an impressive showing during the last beetle battle.
Poverino, Ito
This
perdeva
time, he's
sempre.
made the trip to Liyue with Ito. It seems like the two of them have met a mysterious new beetle battle master.
What? Who is it? Tell us!
I'm sorry. I can't give that away. Travelers will have to discover their
vabbè.
identity during the event.
Niente spoiler.
Aside from meeting
Oh,
this
mamma
mysterious
mia.
new beetle battle master,
Io
travelers can
questo non
also
l'ho
look forward to new
fatto.
ways to
L'avevo
battle. While
saltato
the
perché non
movement and
ero
charge
ancora
mechanics
arrivata
remain
lui.
unchanged from the original event, travelers can now also instruct Onikabuto to use guard to defend against electro bullet and jet stream attacks. Make use of the movement, charge, and guard strategies to topple your opponents no matter
Quello è
what they
carino.
throw at you. Master them, and you'll be ready to tackle the ultimate trial of the strong.
Ooh, trial of the
Carino,
strong.
dai.
Kane, and he brought his treasure map and treasure-seeking Sealy along with him.
Silly cerca tesori.
Our mini Sealy friend is back!
Ah,
So
rimettono il
cute.
mini Silier.
Travelers can help restore the Sealy's
carino.
vitality by absorbing energy
Ma
from the
dai,
locations that are marked
bellissimo.
on
Così
Owen's
abbiamo la
treasure map.
possibilità di
In
prenderlo, chi
return,
non ce
the
l'ha.
Sealy will guide us to the locations of buried treasure.
Ah.
After collecting ancient iron coins during this
Beh,
event,
utile,
you can
eh?
exchange them for various rewards, including a mini Sealy in your preferred
Ah,
color.
sì, sì, perché poi ognuno se lo
in
fa
the
del
event
colore che
preview, it
vuole.
looked like some of the treasure is located underwater, but when I first
Figo.
arrived in
Thing that you'll discover in Fontaine's countryside. You might also come across a mysterious domain guarded by a unique swordmaster who searches for the meaning of battle. During the Dance of Resolute Will, travelers will get the chance to participate in
altro
combat
evento?
challenges.
Ok?
Each challenge stage will contain 2 rounds. Travelers must select their party compositions before the challenge starts. One of your chosen characters must be used in both rounds, but no other character can be repeated.
Oh, okay.
After you complete a blade dance objective during a challenge, you will obtain a heightened verve buff. Defeating opponents while heightened verve is active will grant you more points.
And another old friend is returning in version 4.3. That's right, it's Lieben!
Chi Lieben?
Ah.
Oddio, non me lo
And if
ricordo.
Lieben
Lieben.
is around, then that must mean we'll have a chance to trade a bunch of items for Primo Gems again.
Ooh, exciting!
Beh,
Okay,
le
so it
altre
looks like
Prime
Lieben
Gen.
isn't the only old friend we'll be reunited with in version 4.3.
No, io Lieben non lo
Several familiar
conoscevo.
faces will be joining the
Eh beh,
Genius
certo, non può
Invocation
mancare
TCG.
invocazione.
After this update, travelers will have the opportunity to the addition of several new cards, including 6 new character cards,
Ok, quindi 9
plus
carte,
5 new
tutto.
monster cards, such as Dvalin, Signora,
Dvalin,
and
Signora,
Ajdaha, will be
Zada.
obtainable from the
ok.
corresponding tavern
Queste sono
challenges.
nuove, quindi.
But that's not all. The Forge Realms Temper event will also be making a reappearance, and there will be an update to the
Yay.
heated battle mode. Be on the lookout for
Correct.
future announcements.
There's TCG content to look forward to outside the game as well. The Genius Invocation TCG Asia Invitational will officially begin in January 2024.
Sono anche i tornei a
Travelers
soldi.
can look forward to some friendly
Wow.
competition between 16
Ah,
of the
no,
top
vabbè,
TCG players
amichevolmente.
all across
No,
Asia.
non è
I
un
heard
torneo
they're some
vero
of
e
the
proprio.
best in the
Niente.
region. So cool. Be sure to
vabbè.
follow the Astro Carnival
partecipa.
X or Twitter account to stay up to date on the latest news about this epic showdown.
Oh my gosh, this is all so exciting!
Well, hang on to that feeling, because we're taking a short break to look at the next group of redemption codes. We'll be back to sharing more exciting information about version 4.3 in just a moment.
Yay!
Ok, quindi terzo e ultimo codice.
Inspiration
po'.
for our commercial. Honestly, our promotion is definitely shaping up.
Totally.
But before we reveal our new idea, let's dive into the system optimizations that the project team has prepared for
Okay.
version 4.3.
Okay, first we have some artifact-related optimizations to introduce. With an ever-increasing amount of artifact sets to choose from, many travelers may have been hoping for a better and quicker way to filter and locate desired artifacts. After the version 4.3 update, travelers can check out artifact set recommendations for a given character, to see what artifact sets active players have been choosing for that character recently.
That's cool.
Ok.
In
Quindi
addition,
invece di
an
andartelo a
automatic
cercare lo
locking
puoi
function has
vedere
been
direttamente
added.
sul
Now,
gioco.
when filtering artifacts
Qual
in
è
the
il migliore
inventory, you can lock
consigliato
the
per il
artifacts that fit your
personaggio?
filter specifications in batches. With the automatic locking function, newly acquired artifacts that fit your locking criteria will automatically be locked when added to your inventory.
Oh, that's awesome.
Travelers can have up to 2 preset auto-lock plans for each artifact set. Travelers can choose their own or follow the recommended settings summarized for active player data. Since it may take some time to collect the necessary statistics, new artifact sets will not feature recommended locking settings immediately.
Okay.
Yes.
Ok.
Of course, if you can
Cioè-
lock artifacts in batches, you can unlock them in batches as well. Travelers can look forward to both of those features in the new update. That's not all, though.
What?
Travelers will be able to sort artifacts by 3 different attributes. Plus, the artifact enhancement screen will allow travelers to add a greater amount of enhancement materials
Ok,
at once.
perfetto, così
An enhancement limit
ne
feature
bruci
will
di
also be
più.
available. Hopefully, these optimizations will not only make artifacts easier to find, but also quicker to level. Be on the lookout for future announcements to learn more.
The project team is always working hard to address your survey feedback. So, travelers should look forward to further artifact-related optimizations in future version updates. Improvements to equipping artifacts and other artifact-related optimizations are all in the works.
Ooh.
In addition, the project team has made adjustments to provide smoother ascension and enhancement experiences for travelers. When you level up a character, enhance an artifact, or enhance a weapon, you no longer have to click so many pop-up windows.
Oh, that's awesome. As a new player using a few 1- and 2-star materials to level artifacts, the whole process might feel a bit slow, especially with pop-up windows appearing.
Totally. This new optimization significantly reduces the amount of pop-up windows that we have to click through. So travelers can look forward to a much smoother enhancement and leveling process. The next optimization has made it easier to repeat domain challenges. Previously, travelers who tried to continue domain challenges would be sent to the entrance of the domain. This meant they would have to run all the way to the center to start the challenge. But after this update, travelers who choose to continue in a domain challenge will load right next to the area where you actually start.
Ah, ok,
playing,
invece
which
di
is
ripartire
amazing.
dal fondo sei
So, happy
subito lì
farming,
davanti. Vabbè,
This
è
should
più
make it
veloce
way easier
così.
for players to farm artifacts for
Carino
Nadia.
anche questo, dai.
Yeah,
True, true.
definitely. In addition, version 4.3 has made it easier to clear your quest backlog.
Più facile.
Archon Quest Chapter 2, Act 4, In the Depths, An Unexpected Reunion, takes place
Okay.
in the underground mines of the chasm.
Sì,
in the
questo
past,
io l'ho già
travelers had to
fatto.
complete the world quests, Chasm Spelunkers, and the Heavenly Stones debris before being able to proceed to the Archon Quest. In this update, travelers no longer need to complete those 2 world quests. Instead, travelers can speak directly to the miner who issued the commission to unlock a teleport waypoint.
Oh.
It will take them to the corresponding area and automatically trigger the next steps of the Archon Quest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. This will hopefully make it easier for travelers to quickly progress through Archon quests.
So cool. So that'll make it significantly easier for new or lapsed players to access the Archon quest and claim those sweet, sweet intertwined fates as fast as possible.
Ok.
Yes, definitely.
For sure.
Also, one-click expeditions will be available starting in version
Spedizioni
4.3.
rapide.
This will
Ah,
allow
ok.
travelers to
Invece
claim
di fare
expedition
regione
rewards
dopo
and
regione,
repeat expeditions with a
riscatti
single
tutto
click.
una volta.
Travelers will
e
also be able to
buono.
claim processed ingredients and forged items with a single click.
Oh, sweet. That's gonna make it easier to collect rewards from Catherine.
Definitely. There's also a ton of other quality
Ok,
of life
sì, così è
improvements
più
in this update.
velocizzato.
For example,
Perfetto.
optimizations have been made to enemy tracking with the Adventure Handbook and character selection logic during crafting and forging. In addition, when performing mystic offerings, travelers will now be
Cioè,
able
più
to
va
add
avanti, più è
artifacts in
semplificato il
batches.
gioco
There's a
praticamente.
lot
Non
to
devi
look
fare
forward
più
to.
nulla.
So be sure,
Figata.
especially my friends.
Io ne ho solo uno, il primo e basta.
I knew it.
I have another piece of super exciting news to share with everyone. Okay, I know, right? The annual Genshin Impact online concert, Melodies of an Endless Journey,
sì?
is coming soon! Yay!
Ok.
I heard this
concert held in Shanghai last September will also be online soon. So stay tuned, travelers.
Whoa, so we have 2 online concerts to look forward to?
Yep. Further details will be announced across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts, so be on the lookout for more information. At the end of version 4.3, travelers can also look forward to the release of the 4th Genshin Impact character OST album, Stellar Moments Volume 4. The album will feature 26 character songs created by the Hoyo Mix team.
Wait, we're finally getting Alhaitham and Wanderer's OSTs!
Yep, and Farina's song too. Her song All the World's a Stage has already been getting a ton of love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ok, quindi c'è il
Okay,
quarto
well,
volume
that's all the new information we have to share about the update.
delle melodie.
So, I guess that means it's time for the version 4.3 special program to come to a close. Aww.
But we haven't even come up with a plan for our Chiorio boutique.
Boutique after
Vabbè,
this.
vedremo quando arriverà la 4.3.
Oh my gosh, we really did cover a lot of important information today.
For sure. The most important part is our final word from our sponsor, Chioria Boutique. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to let everyone know that for all of you to meet Chevres.
Totally. I feel exactly the same. Can't wait to see more Navia in her fighting action. And also, can't wait for little swimming sealies.
Yes.
They are so cute.
So
Oh my goodness.
cute. And I think the new mini games are really fun, especially the one where we get to make like a little movie.
Yes.
Well, I am just so glad that the 3 of us have been able to do this special program together. This has been so much fun.
Bene,
Really
già
fun.
finito
That's
il
all
nostro
we have
programma
for the version
speciale.
4.3 special program.
Che
I
poi
hope that everyone's
la
looking forward to
4.3
experiencing all this
dovrebbe
exciting new
arrivare
content for
tra...
ourselves. Be sure to check it out when the update goes
Ora ve lo
live.
dico, eh.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye guys.
Ciao! C'è Zhongli! Che finale! Arriva esattamente il 20 dicembre. 20 dicembre. Bene, abbiamo visto i banner, abbiamo visto i eventi, tutto molto carino, tutto molto interessante e noi ci vediamo alla prossima. Ciao belli!